What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Hal, and today I'm going to be going over some of my favorite types of super TMRs available currently in the game. So it's going to be types of super TMRs. I'm going to give you an item, maybe a couple items, and we'll talk about why I like them, and it'll give you an idea of what sort of items to look about getting in the future, maybe if you run into getting some super TMRs. Okay, guys, so first and foremost, we're going to start with Sakura's robe. So Sakura's robe it's on here because it's one of the strongest, if not, I think it's the strongest robe in the game. So it's good for a couple of reasons. It's got 77 magic on it, 42 spirit. So highest magic stat in the game. You want this for your mages if you have the ability to gain access to it for that reason. It also has 50% lightning resistance on it. So not only is it good for your mages to do damage, it's got some spirit on it, and it's got lightning resistance 50%. So you can put this on some of your AoE cover tanks, right? AoE magic cover tanks, stuff like that. Or just in a fight where you need lightning resistance on everybody. So it's going to be awesome for that as well. And then it also has auto limit on it. Gives you 1 limit burst gauge crystal per turn. So it's all around very strong contender for a best in slot almost in every scenario sort of body piece for mages, for supports, for magic cover tanks, all that fun stuff for limit burst builds. Awesome stuff there. But if you want a second best in slot robe or something, you can get like Dark Fina's Super TMR, something around there. You'll know around once you hit like 70 magic, good rope to have equipped there. So one after that, though, we're gonna be talking about is the Bahamut tier. So the Bahamut tier, pretty strong. You know, was very hyped up when Angram came out. Great sword, 165 attack, two-handed weapon, has the additional effect Bahamut tier, which is 30% limit burst damage. So it's got all the certain things that you need in a strong weapon as we move into the future. So if you see another weapon in the future that's a two-handed weapon that's got limit burst damage on it, and it's got lightning elemental or some other elemental associated with it, you're going to know that it's going to be a strong weapon right away. So this was less about like getting a Bahamut tier, it's super awesome, but more about why Bahamut tier was strong. So if you have one, great. If there's a weapon that comes out in the future that looks a lot like a Bahamut tier, you'll know that it'll be a pretty good weapon to try to luck into, okay? So the next one I'm talking about is Scanning Goggles. Scanning Goggles, very strong, 52 attack headpiece with Plant Killer, Stone Killer, Bug Killer, Machine Killer. It's more about the combination of being slot efficient with the attack with a secondary effect. So Scanning Goggles, super awesome. Plant Killer, Stone Killer, Bug Killer, not the most common killers. Machine Killer, decently common, but not super common, but it's got that 52 attack. Another solid stand-in is Genji Helm. Very strong, a little bit less attack with 45 attack, but it's got the 30% dark resistance, and it's got Paralyze, Confusion, and Petrify immunity. So that's going to be awesome there. And then another one you can talk about being a strong headpiece super TMR for the attack slot is going to be Lucius's headpiece, which also has 52 attack. And then if you're using a fist weapon, 30% attack on top of that raw 52. So it's good for double hand, true dual wield, all of that fun stuff. All of these different headpieces, they all have their own little strengths, but they all are around the same tier for me. Talking about raw attack with a little bit of upside, we're gonna go with Luneth's clothes here. Luneth's clothes is gonna represent just your body slot pieces with really high raw attack stats. So Luneth's clothes is a piece of clothing. It's got 45 attacks. It's one of the highest, currently the highest in the game for raw attack stat. It's got 1 defense, 1 spirit. And it's got Memories of the Wind, so fire, water, wind, and earth resistance plus 30%. So a little bit of help there, as well as giving you that nice 45 raw attack. A little bit of help surviving some elemental damages. So there's a bunch of other super TMRs that have different amounts of raw attack. You have the Veritas of the Flames, Dark, Light even has some. You have Adam Jensen's body piece has got like 50% gun mastery on it as well. So a lot of different things that you can work towards eventually. Hopefully, like I said, you can luck into some of these. All right, so the next up, we're gonna have the Ravenheart. Ravenheart is an accessory. It's Malphase's super TMR. Super awesome. 40 attack, 40 magic, 10 defense, 10 spirit, 10% MP, 20% attack, and 20% magic. It also will give you the effect of Ravenheart, which increases your physical magic damage against birds and demons by 25%. A little bit of a bonus there. Nothing super insane, but quite nice still. And then it gives you dual cast. So that's a flavorful thing there. Obviously, Ravenheart, super awesome. For hybrid users, it's going to be, you know, very dependent as to whether or not you actually want to use this in a fight-by-fight basis on your hybrid damage dealers. Look forward to a how to build Ferivia and maybe even a Royal Ferivia guide real soon when those units are out and released and we know how they interact with each other, all that fun stuff. That'll be coming to a theater near real soon, guys. So Ravenheart, pretty awesome. I love it a lot. And you can't mention Ravenheart without mentioning the Florld Hairpin. This is Frivia's super TMR. It's an accessory, gives you 25 attack, 25 magic, and gives you the effect of Fencer's Poise, which is your equipment attack by 50% and your magic equipment magic by 50% when single wielding any weapon. So it's 50% true double hand magic and 50% true double hand attack as well. So this is also very strong. Obviously for hybrid units, you can use this to stand in for a martial glove. If you're using just a normal true double hand unit, you don't have a second martial glove, maybe you have, and maybe you're in that weird world where you've gotten 4 Frivia, but you've only gotten 1 Alfreda, so you have 1 martial glove and you can use this as a stand-in for your second martial glove. That's fine there. You're using this on, Frivia, maybe Aurora Frivia or Kurosame or something. Awesome there. And then you can also just use this on mages, right? Because it's true double hand magic. You don't gain the benefit from the attack, but it's still a 25 raw magic accessory with 50% more true double hand magic. And that really opens up a lot of characters, because a lot of mages are built normally and better off with some sort of dual wield variety, because they have 50% true dual wield magic, 50% true double hand magic. You might as well just wear, 2 super strong rods. But with Florld Hairpin, if you wander into this, you can use Florld Hairpin, Magnus TMR, maybe you got a Cleave TMR back in the day, and just equip like 1 really strong rod and go ham with it, and have like 200 true double hand magic. There's a different sort of build there, and Florld Hairpin allows you to do interesting things like that. So this one's gonna be short and sweet. Subservient is gonna be a stand-in for any of the plus 60% to plus 80% attack or magic STMRs out there. There's a whole bunch of them. Subservient's still a strong one. I know a lot of you guys don't like the fixed damage 2000. That shouldn't hit you for 2000 because it does get reduced by damage mitigation over time. So I think in general this hits me for like 1200 a turn. Not that big of a deal, especially when you're running with a 7-star that's like 9,000 something HP and isn't getting hit all that often. You got HP regens running for like 3k. So it's not really that big of a drawback. You can put this on anything, and this, like I said, is a stand-in for not only itself, right, as a representative of the community of 80%. It's got, Onion Knight's missions in here. Any of those 80% attack super TMRs or 6%/80% magic super TMRs, 80% offensive stat TMRs is what we're talking about here. They're all very strong. They help you max out your stats real quick, leave you some room for some true double hand attack or true double hand magic material or some killers. That's really what they're going to allow you to do. They take the place of 2 40%, and you use that extra slot to put a killer in there. You don't really lose any attack. It's super awesome. Or maybe a ribbon or something like that. Not subservient, but goddesses protection or whatever 7's TMR is. I forget what it is. It's like, it starts with a D, right? Leave it in the comment section down below. What's 7's TMR? I forgot what it is. It starts with a D though. I always use Tillith's because I got Tillith's TMR before I got Ashes. Or Ashes? No, 7's. All right, so these next ones, there's gonna be a couple of them here. And I call these the strictly better than Melee of Life in most situations. All right, materia. So Original Arrival is actually Marie's super TMR, and I like it a lot. There's gonna be a lot of trials coming out, and we've had some now where you're gonna wanna have a bunch of elemental resistances on either all of your characters or on your magic tank. And Original Arrival here is 30% resist all elements and 50% spirit when equipped with a staff. It's unstackable, so you can, if you have multiple of them for some reason, you can throw them around your party. But it's very, very strong. 30% all resist, super awesome. That's what's going to be in common with a lot of these other super TMRs we're going to be talking about. So Hexatheon's Revelation here is Noctis's super TMR. Got globally bluffed, pretty cool. HP, MP, attack, defense, magic, and spirit plus 20%. So you get a little bit of everything there. And then it's got fire, ice, lightning, wind, water, and earth resistance by 20%. So it doesn't have light and dark, but it's got all the other ones. And it gives you a little bit of limit reverse gauge crystal 2 per turn. So you can use this for the elemental resistances. You can use this for a limit reverse build. You can put this on your damage dealers in the future when there are a couple trials demand you to have resistance on your whole party. You put this on a damage dealer. They get all the resistances right there, 20% of them anyway. It's going to help you get that build. And then they're still going to get a little bit of attack, and they're going to get a little bit more tanky with their HP, defense, and spirit as well. So very strong there as well. Cannot mention these ones without mentioning Winged Heart. This is for Noah's super TMR. I don't have this, never will, but it's super awesome, super insane. When it's good, it's amazing. All right, so increase your resistance to all status elements by 100%. So this is going to be a ribbon. You can use this kind of whenever you want just because of that part. Then it's going to have fire, ice, lightning, and wind resistance plus 60%. So that's going to make you like, boom, instantly super tanky to any of those elements. Insane. Put it on your magic tank, your support, whatever you want. And then it also increases your resistance to charm by 50% as well. So while not the thing you should be relying on to be immune to charm, You know, if you need to be immune to charm, you need to bring some sort of charm immunity. This can help you randomly, you know, maybe a preemptive or you forget, you get sloppy in a fight, save you in that way too. So this one Winged Heart here is an all-rounder and it's fantastic, all right. And the last but not least is Judge's Oath. This is Zargobath Super TMR, very similar to like Noctis's, where it gives resist all elements plus 20%. So this one has Holy and Dark, whereas Noctis's didn't. And this one has HP, Defense, and Spirit plus 30%. So this one, better on the defensive side. Noctis gets a little bit of that attack, and then it gets that Limit Burst Crystal. So Judge's Oath, super awesome for tanks. Noctis is a little bit more flexible. Maybe use that for a Limit Burst Gauge build, you know, when you don't need the defensive stats there. And then last but definitely not least, still my favorite Super TMR in the game. Don't have it yet, but love watching people use it, is Alliance Heart. Alliance Heart here increases your Limit Burst damage by 55% and gives you 3 Limit Burst Crystals per turn. Super awesome. It is unstackable over here, so that's fine. 55% limit burst damage is insane. So there's a lot of characters, you know, we have access to now, as we see with like 2B, she gets absolutely crazy with a limit burst build. And in the future, we're going to even have a couple more of those characters. You know, Heal benefits from this as well. A lot of characters. If you have access to Alliance Heart, your burst damage is going to go through the roof. You'll lose a little bit of you know, consistent damage if this would take a place of attack material or something like that. But the Alliance Heart, 55% bonus damage, that's insane. And then in the future, I'm bringing this up, there's a 4-star character that's going to come out in the far, far future who kind of has something similar to Alliance Heart. It doesn't have the limit burst gauge on there per turn, but it does have increased limit burst damage by 50% instead of 55. And a couple people were upset about that, but I was like, hey, you know what? You can't stack Alliance Heart in global anyway, so now you can use Alliance Heart in that other thing and make some like super crazy limit burst damage team builds. So Alliance Heart, my favorite thing to be popping off in game. Hopefully this helped you guys out as the sort of category of Super TMRs and why they're strong and what you should be looking out for at the end of the day so far this time in global. Hopefully that gave you a good idea. If you want to see top 10 TMRs as well for 2018, the end of 2018 anyway, because it's December now, guys, go ahead, check that video out. If you want to see future content, subscribe for more. Comment down below what your favorite Super TMR is or the one you're chasing after is, and I'll see you guys after I get back from FanFesta and in the next one, guys. Take care.